Block S System, INFRSD, USD Foundation that financed Ward C, did not describe itself as philanthropic. Its public filings categorized it as a procurement research trust. Most foundations identify their mission through social values. This foundation identified its mission through supply chains. Supply chains exist to reduce friction between demand and fulfillment. In manufacturing, friction increases cost. In logistics, friction increases delays. In labor, friction increases turnover. Turnover is expensive. Compliance reduces turnover. The Remote Care Division produced compliance. The Foundation's grant reports between 1981 and 1991 listed expenditures under behavioral outputs, operational continuity, and phase validation. None of these categories corresponded to clinical terminology. They corresponded to procurement terminology. Procurement terminology describes outcomes without describing humans. Humans complicate outcomes. Units simplify them. Ward C created compliant units. The Remote Care Division distributed them. Distribution requires intermediaries. Intermediaries protect institutions from liability. Intermediaries protect institutions from accountability. Intermediaries protect institutions from recognition. Recognition is a risk. Risk interrupts procurement. The Foundation minimized recognition. Investigators later determined that the Foundation funded at least 6 private nonprofits during the 1980s that specialized in custodial staffing, laundry operations, clerical support, and medical transcription. These organizations did not publicly acknowledge the Foundation. The Foundation did not publicly acknowledge them. Mutual anonymity maintained system integrity. The first documented link between Ward C and downstream labor assignments appeared in the 1989 tax disclosure. The Foundation reported a disbursement for external operational validation. Validation is not a clinical term. Validation is a procurement term. Clinical programs validate treatment. Procurement programs validate function. Function was validated through labor. The Remote Care Division produced adults who could operate in low-discretion environments indefinitely. Low-discretion environments require obedience, but not initiative. Obedience is predictable. Initiative is volatile. Volatility disrupts supply chains. The Remote Care Division suppressed volatility. Section. Corporate interfaces. Corporations do not hire unverified adults directly. Direct hiring introduces liability. Liability introduces compliance requirements. Compliance requirements introduce audits. Audits require traceability. The Remote Care Division avoided TRA, CEA, BILITY to interface with corporations. The Foundation financed staffing intermediaries. Intermediaries do not employ workers. They allocate units. Allocation differs from employment. Employment implies negotiation. Allocation implies placement. Placement was the program's core. Mechanism: placement allowed the Remote Care Division to insert subjects into corporate environments without direct employment contracts. A procurement officer interviewed in 2006 described the mechanism succinctly. We paid an invoice. We did not hire anyone. Invoices do not identify individuals. Invoices identify units and quantities. Quantities do not provoke inquiries. People do. The Remote Care Division converted people into quantities. Researchers identified at least 9 subcontractor networks in Rhode Island and Massachusetts that process payment requests for custodial, clerical, or transcription services without listing workers of record. The term workers of record indicates individuals recognized by payroll systems. Subjects were not workers of record. They were quantities of labor. Quantities of labor are easier to manage than workers. Workers ask questions, units perform tasks. Corporations that utilize these subcontractors did not violate labor law. Labor law protects employees. Employees. Units are not employees. They are outsourced deliverables. Outsourced deliverables require only fulfillment. Fulfillment replaced identity. Section. Academic interfaces. Universities did not participate directly in the Remote Care Division. They participated indirectly through research grants. Research grants do not require disclosure of implementation details. Implementation details complicate funding. Funding complicates inquiry. Several universities in Boston and Providence accepted grants from the foundation to study nonverbal compliance profiles. Compliance profiles did not examine autonomy. They examined predictability. Predictability is economically valuable. Autonomy is not academic. Research provided legitimacy. Legitimacy provided justification. Justification allowed continuation. Programs that appear legitimate to academia face reduced scrutiny from regulators. Regulators defer to expertise. Expertise defers to data. Data defers to funding.